And you thought you protected the Gnar pick. You thought you protected the Gnar pick. You banned the Renekton. You take away Doran's Fiora. And Gen.G are going to play around top side again. They are going to look to punish Klid and Kingen again. We have seen so many teams find an angle. And we saw the Aurelia mid just yesterday.
Players, some of those champions that do not have the escapes, as guys, we're jumping onto the Rift already for game 1. But yeah, going to be pretty annoying to have that much priority on the bottom side.
Now, Zeka's laning the early parts of this Victor matchup extremely well, putting on the pressure with his E, and just kind of pushing Chovy repeatedly here with it, as you see here, using the Airy proc basically on cooldown to make sure that Chovy's under a lot of pressure. Klid utilizing this pressure extremely well, and we've seen Klid have a lot of problems actually in the early game in Sejuani matchups. Not as much the Maokai one as the Wukong, but he's actually utilizing that mid prio right now with the bottom side prio here to put pressure on Peanut. So good start for him here in this game. Not sitting back and watching, definitely getting involved early.
Especially because the Varus is going for lethality rather than on-hit builds. But will come down to the side laning, I think. As Viper might be in a little bit of trouble. They're actually going for life here as he does not have flash. He's just going to get sniped and killed. And we do have flash here for Viper, but he's just not even going to use it. He's like, well, I'm dead anyway. Let's just accept it. And that is a free double kill over to the side of FaZe. It's what you talked about before, the follow-up gank. Just very simple and straightforward here for Gen.G.
Now they're trying to grab this Herald at least. Klid is alone on the top side of the map. Gen.G definitely aware of it. So during this Drake contest, quote-unquote, where Peanut stood nearby and Chovy kind of walked over. Okay, hold on.
We're going to get onto pace here, but he does have cleanse, and now...
You're way up in the lane again! Peanut's got ult!
Yeah,
I've seen this one before.
Oh, wait, are we just rolling back the same clip? They both have flash, though. So this time it will be a bit different. Very nice harass, at least you could say, and a couple of the summoners will be burned.
Was a great start to that trade, but he actually does lose out in the end. We'll have to catch this wave.
I think it definitely depends on who's there. As speaking of which, a lot of players here for HLE Esports, and this time Chovy does have to be respectful, as he did not have any ward coverage, and the ult from life is what is going to put the nail in the coffin.
Really great. Making value out of nothing, basically, in this game. And we haven't been looking at it, but I just want to give him credit. As here comes another gank.
Okay, the wave is going to be cleared very nicely from Zeka. That's going to give them a great chance to survive, as the arrow did come through as well, and Gen.G are totally stopped here on the dive. So HLE Esports, a great response. What, at first, I thought they didn't see coming. They were very prepared for that. So now we have a follow-up fight here. Chovy is going in. He's kind of low on health, but that's fine, because he's got so much support from the river. HLE just running away, as the FaZe shots ring true from the river.
Klid.
Now he's just gonna flash in. That's a free piggy kill. Chovy gets the double, and he's looking for a little bit more, but life is going to back away. And like you said, Wolf.
But he's just so mobile. He has his Blade of the Ruin King, and he's got a lot of minions to operate around here, and he's next to a Victor. Once again.
Okay, this is actually a 2v1, as FaZe is just dead. Very far up the lane. He was just backing there. That was kind of confusing, and HLE will take the free kill. Deal with that. Just going to push that away. So the ults will come out here. A couple ults thrown in from Klid as well. Kingen's got a really nice angle from the top side, but they're just going to collapse onto him as the spread is fantastic from Gen.G. Klid's just left with nothing to ult, as the smite will ring true here from Peanut. As will the shots from FaZe on the backside. Doran is very tanky already, as lethality is not doing much to the amount of armor that he has stacked already.
And Klid needs to be really quick on punish plays on this Aurelia. Look at them rotate up here now with this Ash Arrow in tow.
And look at this, a gank from the jungler in the bottom lane at this point in the game, as they're trying to get on top of Chovy. Chovy's like, what the hell are you doing? I am so lethal. You put it best, Wolf, as Kingen is just dying, and now they're going to use everything onto Chovy. They should eventually take him down now, as they have many members. Kingen actually got away from this, as it's a nice read from Gen.G. There's not a lot of Baron pressure right now from HLE Esports, so they try to go for a kill onto Kingen. Didn't quite pan out, but they do push him out.
They push him out here, and we do see FaZe comes over. Could try to look for the snipe. He's going for it.
Okay. Little hopperoonie As some vision comes in with the blue trinket. And he snipes him! Oh, man!
That's my pace. There we go.
That one really paid off, Wolf.
Yeah, there's the star power shining through. The Drake spawn time kind of ticking down. They have set up here, and Hanwha on the wrong side of the map. This could get nasty.
Yeah, Maokai ultimate just to push them away as Dorn is looking for the engage, and a couple of them are bunched up in Jovi's, but Meganar does come through. King's getting a nice knockup, but the stopwatch is going to buy so much time for Jovi. Can he survive, though? As over the wall, Viper and Zeka are just putting so much damage, as they do eventually take down Jovi, but it is traded for the Hanwha Esports jungler.
It's like Doran's
Life, where you going? Well, he's just dead. Doran just going to pick up a free kill. His life has just kind of been food so far.
Just take your trade and walk out. As, yeah, a sniper on the hunt.
Mom, get the camera.
Oof! Oh, and Viper just a second. If they identify the angle he's taking.
Yeah. The turn here from Gen G, pretty excellent. When you do have the Maokai and the Cassante for engage, as well as the Aurelia. There is the Grasp coming out over the wall as Doran is just zoning them away, and Jin is going to get the Baron, as this is a very broken fight. Kingen and Klid, again, just left to the Wolves, as Toby and Doran are just hunting this squishy backline. What is going on here? They're just left out to dry, as Hanwha are literally being hunted for food right now. Toby looking for the Zeka kill, won't get it. Life once again, a tasty snack for the Cassante. And Genji just gonna rip them to shreds.
Yeah, it was basically unwinnable. Chovy and Peanut up here at the front. Peanut gonna tank this turret with no minions. It doesn't really take damage, but here come the Baron buff. The minions, the TP, actually gonna get some serious value here. For Doran showing up, but also for the turret. So many of these minions just going to crash through, and this may just simply be Genji ending the game. No vision whatsoever for Hanwha Esports, no map control.
And they just cannot do damage to this front line of Genji at this point in time. Big Gnar ultimate into the wall. It's going to buy a lot of time here for Hanwha Esports, as maybe Genji have overstepped their bounds, and it looks like they're going to take that turret and take it a bit slower after that one. So here comes something onto, okay, well, they're not going to get the kill onto Chovy.
So unfortunate that the Void Staff Victor actually dies early in this fight. With him surviving, potentially they could have actually done a lot more damage there and actually chased harder. Klid wants more. Be careful about this.
Yeah, they're just not a team yet.
Yeah.
Hanwha Esports needs some time as they are coming forward. They do get the kill onto Heimerdinger, as it doesn't seem like Genji really care here, as Doran are going over the wall, and Zeka's just gone. As that is a huge chunk of damage immediately just taken away from the side of Hanwha Esports. That is just so much of their late game damage, and now it's just they just don't have it anymore. As now the inhibitor is going to go down, as Genji's comp has punished, and it has played out very well for them. They do take the inhibitor down, but a little bit of a chase here from Meganar and the rest of Hanwha Esports. As Kingen, he really wants it here, as the house is going to hit Pays, and the ult is going to hit the two tanks, it looks like. Well, Toby tanky enough. He is going to go down eventually, though, as Doran is being chipped away. Eventually will go down as well, and the kite here from the Ashe is enough, actually, for Hanwha Esports to push Genji off of them. Didn't necessarily need to stay that long.
Yeah, a little bit of green. Now run home and defend the Nexus turret.
Good enough, I suppose. Genji trying to take out this open mid inhibitor now.
Can't kill Chovy, but now you have to kill him twice.
They're cutting this out. Chovy is going way too far, as the Chaos Storm is on top of him. He's just eating so much of this damage. He's going to get pretty low there. And the snipe, 1370, is enough to take out Life. The poor support Ashe in this game is just eating it today.
Yeah, she really is.
As, yeah, Doran still going to be on the front line. He is incredibly tanky, especially with that shield coming through, as eventually King will go down. And now the squishy underbelly of this comp from Hanwha Esports, as he is going to get the GA away. But that is just about it. Chovy is not going to go down. That's going to be game number 1 here in 36 minutes for Genji. They had a lot of fun with this one, but they got the win in the end, and that's really what matters. 30 kills in total, as Genji will take game number 1.
And Genji, there was some fun moments in this game, but I think Peanut ruling the early game, truly on the bottom side, shutting Viper and Life down with those 2 big ultimates.
Yeah.
A little bit more disengaged, very vulnerable though.
Should be pretty nice, especially with all the dashes on the side of Gen G. You just throw some rocks down, and you are going to be so annoying in team fights. Like Lucian can't go for executes. Azir is going to have trouble getting into the fights. Wukong as well. Fiora as well. It's just, I think it's a great pick overall. I know Pace is in this game, but you know. Either way, guys, we do have game number 2. Let's jump onto the Rift. We'll see if it pays off for him. Here comes the, yeah. That is a extremely common trade that we see here with Azirs against non-mobile AP carries.
Yeah. Mid laners who do not have any sort of dash or escape are going to be vulnerable to the level 6. So you see it every time. Try to force a flash. Chovy gets it. And, you know, we'll be ready for the objective fight, depending on when they take it with that ultimate back up online.
Uh-oh. That's a knockback. No riposte available for Doran as he is being hunted down as now the Grand Challenge comes out, but it feels a bit late. We'll see if he can trade this back. He's got that other dash as the chase comes in, and Kingen going to get riposted at the end and actually beats him all the way down the lane as Kingen is not able to get the kill. And now, with no Ghost available, Kingen is just
and he gives
for
the kill
Fiora.
to Doran as well.
Yep. Perfectly handled.
Oh man, the flash from Doran last possible second. So well played from him. The perfect dash is there too with the Grand Challenge late.
Oh, level 6 here. Hit for Paze. This might be a little bit risky, but they are just going to click onto the Lucian, and the fact that Delight is not able to hit level 6 means that they cannot push him back. Viper nearly dies.
Still hanging out. Look,
nothing against.
Don't diss other regions on our show. You could do it off camera, okay, with me in our private time. But officially, we love the LCS liver.
Yeah, they're great. They are actually.
Gen G, by the way, just wrestling control of this Drake extremely well. Paze using his ult, not getting a ton of damage. They're going to contest one more time.
The burst. Nope. Goes to the Wukong. As over the wall he goes. The Peanut is stunned by the rocks, and that's exactly what the Celia brings in. As now Viper goes straight over the wall into the face of Paze, and Delight is going to zap Delight. No, it's a new day.
Oh, okay, so it resets. All right, cool.
Okay, here comes a massive dive. The roam potential from the Talia showing off as Delight. This time it's him. That's a massive bubble. Buys a lot of time, but they were a bit zoned.
Just showing off his mechanics. I mean, if we weren't outnumbered, I would have absolutely turned this with this bubble. I'm kind of mixed on it because I'm scared for Zeka.
No rocks on the ground as no flash is going to help you here, Zeka, as the rocks come now, but a little bit too little too late. Free food for the Peanut Wukong.
That was really well played from Peanut, wrapping around there. If you proc it with a Lucian W or something like that, you'll feel amazing, but that's not always going to happen. It's not always realistic. Peanut, hello?
He just, he thought those were his allies, I guess. He is going to survive as in goes Viper. He is angry, and he is looking for blood as they will dive here with the Vi. That is a double kill for our Zeri, who is now 3-0.
Yeah, it's hard to certify it.
Stamp it? No?
I'll stamp it, all right.
Okay.
All right, we'll get it. But Zeri now massively ahead in this game. Lucian's taken off the map here, and this is a huge swing back after losing out on Zeka on the bottom side of the map. He's just going to be free farming down there.
This teleport is very interesting. Just going to give up bottom lane and push Kingen out. So they're essentially trading turrets as they will get the top turret here as in goes the Vi once again. That massive, by the way, it is Chemtech Soul again. As Delight is going to get away because of Chemtech Soul. Yes, I love it. Just really, really happy about that. The Vi just totally countered by one plant. Either way, Gen G is coming in, and now they're going to have a nice engage. Clit is low, life is low, Viper has no front line, and he will get dunked on by the Cyclone as Dorn is on the chase, and once again we have a broken fight. The two tanky members actually coming in here. Chovy dodges the Q3, and he is going to not get the kill onto Zeka as we are just going way off the map, really making Jonah Strong do his job.
Doran?
Yeah, might as well.
Doran's diving the fountain at 18 minutes. With his teleport down, Hanwha Life Esports is too timid to take this, and I think, frankly, even with Zeri on 2 items here, Lucian's caught up. You don't need to force, but you don't have a good side laning option here either. So you're kind of trapped in the LCK phrase of rock and hard place as Hanwha right now. And this is where the Vi doesn't have utility.
Quite literally. I mean, they're trying to get on top of the Fiora here as Doran is going to be isolated, just Cassante things as he goes miles away from the team.
Doran is a big Hanwha Life fan. He's trying to join the squad maybe this game.
A little bit.
Now it's a 5v4.
Ooh, nice look there as they did spot the Wukong coming out of the jungle.
Kangen is not here, but does have TP, so he can come straight back in after healing up. There's a control ward for him to jump to right in the front of this pit. There he comes.
Just gonna play it slow here. Well, I say that. That's gonna press the advantage as in they go. Chovy has to go to a stopwatch. The 4v5 for Gen G does not pay off as he engaged very clean from the side of Hanwha Life Esports.
Pay off. He did it again.
I think at the moment, Kangen's doing a pretty good job of matching Doran in the side lane. Doran did just hit level 16, and he is, just hovering around this fight. It seems like Gen G are actually going to commit to a team fight, or at least challenge here. They are posturing for it. Again, as we mentioned, they don't have to do this, but seems like they want to.
Zeka's so far back in this fight, going to try to cut them off.
It's a nice wall. It's going to cut them off for now, but in goes Chovy and sweeps in 3! Is it enough is the question. Is the damage there? Pace is going to get on the front line now as the grand challenge is not enough. Down he goes, and Pace is a little bit too close to the sun, perhaps. He will get that one kill, but Klid and Zeka looking to try to clean up here, and Pace is so low. He will have to flash away from this one, so Hanwha Life Esports barely going to hang on and take that fight down.
If Zeka's collapsed upon right afterwards, it's not a winnable fight, right? So Viper got to be careful. They got to watch Chovy. He's got so many angles he can threaten with.
He got CC'd to death after just only hitting Cassante the last time. So Chovy, even though he got the ult, is going to have to get a bit more as a massive double knock-up, and Chovy is just gone as I immediately caster curse him. And a fantastic play comes out from Hanwha Life Esports. This is what you got to do. You set up around the big objective, you force Gen G to team fight you, and you can take the wins.
They know that Chovy wants to go for that angle. They know he wants to slide across and look for the ult, and Zeka grabs him.
I don't know what's going on here. Doran just decided maybe to give a little gift on over. He does not have Spellbook, and he is just probably going to die. He is going to run away for quite a while as here comes Viper. The riposte is good, but eventually
he's going to buy some time here, which
I mean,
it's my caster way of saying
okay.
He does die, but the real hero in this fight is Zeka, right? Who ends up grabbing Chovy on the edge there. Doran sticks around, just wearing down on this turret.
Kangen doing a great job of putting on the pressure in the bottom side, making this very annoying. Peanut gets stunned, and he misses the knock-up and immediately just gets nuked by the Taliyah, and that is the power of this pick into so many dashes. Down will go Doran. We look to be going to a game number 3 as Viper. He wants this to make this about him.
The second you try to go in like that, you are punished by this Taliyah. Why this push is so impressive. Peanut hopes for the hero play. He comes up empty, and I think we are going to that third game, although heroic attempt here from Pays.
See if they can push in this one. Chovy is alive, and that is going to be a big issue for them in terms of pushing. Pays will barely survive as in goes Chovy. He's going to get a massive sweep, catches one. Zonya's the other. He's got Pace here doing damage as well, and Viper can't end the game as he's going to get the kill onto Pace, but immediately goes down in a triple kill to the Azir.
Gotta be decisive. You're going to get Baron on spawn here.
They have so much damage with the Zeri, but it doesn't look like Gen G want to give them an opportunity to take this down. They can't zone away Peanuts.
Chovy on the edge. Can't break that crown. That's massive. So close to it, but not quite enough.
Zeka
TP for the split push.
Here we go. Trying to interrupt it. Gen G are just sprinting for it as Zeka is just sailing on in. And the double TP should be enough. They stop the backs of Gen G. They bait them into the team fight, and that is going to do it. Hanwha Life Esports will take down the Nexus and force a game 3.
And yeah, look at the damage. Zeka doesn't do as much long-term damage, but his presence in these fights, the threat of that shove, really hurts the Wukong pick here from Peanut. Doran with some overextension, some over-aggressive moments. This is so much greed if you take this Kassadin pick here, because you're playing against Nazir, who is the pushing, punishing player in the LCK and Chovy. He's going to take the edges that Azir has in the early game of this matchup and punish you hard, non-stop, constant pressure, and you have a Wukong to follow up. Zeka's going to have a lot of trouble in the early game, and you're going to have control of bottom, so there's a lot of prio there.
Either way, let's hop onto the Rift and find out.
But you had the Callista, which is a pushing lane like the one that Viper and Life are trying to run.
Guys.
I mean, there's a lot of damage at this level 1, but not going to be the value they were looking for.
Interesting. I guess really trying to get some deep wardage early. Make sure that this lane can get... Ooh, that was close as well. Paige is probably like 2 seconds off his W there. Yep. Fortunately for him, there is a ward.
Yeah.
And now there's another ward. Very nicely done, and that's going to start off with the Ghost here as he is trying to force this flash out of Doran. And there it is. That's what happens when you try to hop away and you get knocked up by Q3.
Yeah, the timing of that perfect for Kingen.
He doesn't have a refillable to wash it down with. I think his mouth might be a little bit dry after that biscuit. As here we go, Ghost popped once again. King going in for the dive. Doran in a bit of trouble as he does not have his flash back up. This is looking pretty elementary, as that will be the first blood given over to Kingen in the solo kill, as no snipe comes out from Viper onto Delight.
Yeah, Peanut really wants to ult and turn this and punish this plate attempt, but look at the damage.
Just kind of walked up and almost died as the culling comes out here. Viper in a little bit of trouble.
Viper's positioning, trying to grab this plate, is perfectly out of range of Peanut's Flash Cyclone because he wants to Flash Cyclone and kill Viper here and punish him.
He has to be so careful. Okay. Because, I mean, arrow and flash could happen. Looks like he's not going to flash, just going to charge it up, and Paige will respect.
Yeah, it's not a fake or triple kill. That's the one thing that's different is, you know, we did see some trade back in that game yesterday with T1 where Gumacaria had some skirmishes. It's, okay, this time Doran's going in.
And the flash is down, and it doesn't matter anyway. Doran is just getting kind of rocked up here. Kingen is back in form for this game, and Doran does not know what to do.
Yeah, he went in deep and got punished.
Tidal wave, though. Very nice. Viper does not care, as the arrow will hit, and Pei's just barely going to survive.
Klid is here.
How Life are destroying them. Like, this is insane.
Yeah, this is... I don't know what to say, guys. Paze has to cleanse.
Yeah, cleanse. I mean, Viper could have even tried to go for a flash. I mean, this is right there.
This is a turret, unless they TP Chovy.
Okay, Peanut comes down, gets a couple of flashes, but guess who's here? It's Zeka. He's already on the roam. He doesn't have to teleport. He's got Ignite. I mean, if they want to fight, they are ready to throw down.
Big plate gold.
Oh, Paze has to... Okay, I mean... Yeah, that's some Lucian gameplay right there. I mean, that's the only way to describe it. He just dashes one way, Gale forces the other way. He's totally fine.
It's just like, please give me all the pieces. Oh,
Ignite, guess what? Okay. Gonna be forced to use that. Looks like Zeka was on cooldown as Kingen's going in. I don't know about that one, but he's looking for the kill. He nearly gets Doran, who goes into the mini-gnar right at the end, and that was a little bit scary.
And by the way,
우리 탑 잡은 것 같아.
and Isaac, I
like
think I
we
got
got
him.
너만 조심하면.
If we're careful.
휴.
It's kind of a thank God sound is what that means,
So,
but he doesn't have a lot of power on that bottom side.
Okay, that was denied. The hop is kind of funny as, okay, that's a lot of CC though, as Peanut will follow up. Life goes down once again. Second Cyclone is huge, and Zeka doesn't quite have the damage just yet to follow up on this one. Gen.G find an excellent fight, as it looked like Doran got caught, but no, he was just baiting him in.
Doran with an R-bar buys so much time. Peanut comes over. It's basically this weird, slow wombo combo of CC, and now valuable gold here on this turret. We're going to see a TP.
I guess that will be enough, but Gen.G, they got themselves back in the game with that one. P's also picking up a kill. I don't know, a little bit split, but either way.
I want to give Peanut credit for that. You know, Peanut and Doran knowing they could turn that, because a lot of teams also just let Doran die there and are like, ooh, this is too rough. But
why 5v5 on the second Rift turtle, though? It's like my question. As the arrow is going to hit in the back line, Doran has to flash away from the chains of corruption. Both sides have a decent amount of CC, but Helma Life more so, as Klid in the front line will get that ult onto Peanut, who nearly will survive, nearly gets sniped as Pace goes in. Not sure about that, buddy. Kingen's very far forward, and Kingen is unkillable. guy.
He wanted to ultimate to the
Oh,
pit.
nice from Doran. Gets over the wall, gets the Kassadin as well as they're trying to lock down Zeka, and they will. And Kingen will also go down. Doran just immediately gets spanked in lane, doesn't matter. Pulls it immediately back in the next two team fights.
Zeka can sit inside. Look at where he is on the map right now. He's pushing all the way to the inner turret top side with some shadowing here from Kingen. So he has the protection. He can just warp over.
Will Doran die is the question. It is 3-on-2, and Peanut's doing a pretty decent job on the Kingen. As now Peace will get over here first. Nice knock up to stop the culling. Not going to matter, as Peanut will survive, and they take down Kingen.
Is to use these Ash arrows and hawk shots.
It's going to be difficult. Life is just melted as he has to flash away from this one. Klid has to play the front line, as this is not really the messy fight you're looking for if you're Homalife Esports. A lot of chip damage and poke available in the form of Azir and Lucian. As now, just like that, they're going to go straight onto this Baron. Zeka has Smite. He's going to be too late. Yeah, he's not going to get here on time.
And they get nothing with Kingen on the side, unfortunately. It's Krugs. Krugs for Baron. But they can't commit to this fight without any sort of control, and with life being pushed back there. Genji just kind of using their setup and their turn and their lead here to group around objectives, not take them.
So Pace has Cleanse, and also Delight has Mikhail's. So
yeah,
you got to use that CC, but you got to use it a lot. It's got to be a bunch, as Peanut can solo Zeka still.
The Mikhails and the Cleanse here, this late in the game, you have those options. The longer the game goes on, the more difficult it can be. The arrow is already halfway back, or 2/3 back. Look at how quick it comes back, Valdez. It's level 11, but need to use it here to find a pick. Where's the follow-up?
Okay, well, Viper is gonna go down as, oh man, a double kill as Pace just gets in there and Zeka can't do anything. Just immediately melted as Klid is ulting the wave, I guess. Doesn't matter, as his team is just gone already. That is gonna do it for game number 3. Genji with triple Infernal and super fed Chovy alongside a Pace, who eventually hit his spikes and did insane amounts of damage. A little bit anticlimactic, but Genji were in the lead the whole way since the mid-game, and they are going to take down this Nexus.
Doran with the claps, as he was the one who clapped in that game. So much tunnel on him. It really did seem, I mean, you could see it in the gold graph here, but it really did seem impossible at times. And man, what a turnaround. Doran, the hero, never got tilted. Chovy picks up the kills. This team plays so well together. And on the other side for Homalife, you have a draft, you have a plan, and you execute the plan.